how to be confident. I am Healinghomee. Real name is Caitlin, and I'm just so excited for you guys to be watching this video. Today's topic is about how to be confident. Really how to find your confidence. We're all confident. Sometimes it's just a little bit hidden away in a box that we just have to break through and find. And so, how do you become, or how do you find your confidence? First, I would just like to say, I know I haven't been doing YouTube videos. I took time to myself. Every day I really find myself more and more, but I will say I've been working so hard on my confidence, and I was like, what better way to just come back to YouTube and talk about what I've been working on, how to find your confidence. Confidence is not linear. It's not straight. It's not you have it or you don't. That is so incorrect, and I think that a lot of people in the society think that because that's how it's perceived. However, no the fuck it's not.
No, the fuck it's not.
Confidence is up and down. Think of confidence as an emotion, as a feeling. Think of confidence as happy or sad. You're never always happy. You're never always sad. So you're not always going to be confident. You're not, baby girl, baby boy. That's okay. I had to realize that for myself. Like, wait a minute. How come I don't feel confident today? So I must not be confident. No, fuck that. That's not true. I just don't feel confident today. So how can I always show up for myself even when I don't feel confident? And that's the true confidence right there. Confidence is when you are always showing up for yourself. Always, no matter what, you're showing up for yourself, right? Appreciating yourself during the time of learning, and fuck everybody else's opinion and the perception of you. Boom. Right? I want to talk about me because that's the only thing I can talk about, right? I can only give you what I've been through, how I've learned confidence. There's some people that are raised in confidence and always kind of been confident, and then there's people that weren't. And I was one of those people that didn't feel confident. And it kind of starts in your childhood, right? Like how you were raised and all these different things. As a child, I did not feel confident. I was very insecure with myself. Let's start with liking a boy. If I liked a boy, I would live in my head. I would live in my head and never tell the boy because fear of rejection, shame, embarrassment, guilt, all of these things. Just afraid. And then eventually, putting in the work within myself, I realized, hold up, wait a minute, put a little back row into it. Wait a minute. I shouldn't let the fear of being afraid of those things to stop me. Because at the end of the fucking day, all of those things, rejection, fear, embarrassment, it all lives within here. And as long as I don't reject myself, none of it fucking matters, right? I need to feel so confident that I have to let go of the embarrassment. I have to let go of my mind. I gotta lose my mind to gain control of my emotions and my heart and my soul and move with this. Now, you let my mind utilize my mind to, tell me where to go, but my heart and my soul is the driver, and I have to make sure that it's driving. I realize that I am confident when I let my heart and my soul choose my path rather than my mind, because my mind's gonna choose off of fear. My mind's gonna choose off of probability and science and hypothesis and what's right and what's wrong and blah blah blah. My heart is gonna choose off of intuition, baby, and nothing is more real than your intuition. You then have to let go of people's perceptions of you. Lisa Nichols said something. She said, I have nothing to prove, I have nothing to hide, and I have nothing to protect. It doesn't fucking matter. I'm sorry, my phone's going off. It doesn't fucking matter. And so with this being said, how do you let go of that embarrassment, that guilt, that shame, right? By not having to prove anything, not having to protect anything. How do you release yourself from that? because we have secrets, we have burdens, we have shame, we have baggage, we have guilt. How the fuck do I release myself from that? All right, let me give you advice, bitch. Find one person that you can trust your whole life soul with. And if you fucking can't find that person, girl, that's okay. Get you your phone, turn your camera on, and talk, right? I want you to talk to this person or talk to this camera and tell it everything that you feel guilty of, you feel shameful of, you feel embarrassed of, right? Tell it everything. And maybe you're better off writing in the camera or speaking in the camera or writing it down. See, I said writing in the camera for something. Maybe you're better off writing it down or saying it in the camera and then rewatch it or listen to that person's perception and see if it matters. But when you rewatch it, you're gonna feel cringy. You're gonna feel like, oh my God, you're gonna feel embarrassed. I want you to say, my truth, it doesn't matter. If it's embarrassing, cringy, it doesn't fucking matter. And people's perception of me, it doesn't fucking matter, right? And I realized within myself, wait a minute, confidence comes from doing something multiple times and getting good at it and getting better at it and better and better and better. So when I continue to do it, I'm finally like, oh shit, I'm mad good at it. I could do it in my fucking sleep. I'm confident. But you can't really be confident when you don't know, right? When you don't know about a certain thing or how to do a certain thing. And there's some people that are just confident. They just have it in like, I'll figure it the fuck out. Me, per se, I wasn't born with that. If I'm unaware of how to do something, I'm extremely insecure about it. I'm a very confident person, but when I don't know how to do something, the insecurity just completely floods my whole entire body, soul, mind, and everything. And so I'm like, wait a minute, okay. So to be confident or to learn more confidence, I just have to tackle something I'm not knowledgeable with, right? Let me give you a little example. Something I've been so afraid of is business, becoming a businesswoman, learning how to run my own business, be my own business, do everything alone. Why? Because I was raised off scarcity. It's not my mother's fault. It's not my aunt's fault who helped raise me. It's not my grandma's fault. That's all they knew. That's what they were passed down. So they passed down that same mentality of work a 9 to 5, have a boss, be in the structure. And then when it wasn't conducive to me no longer, I'm like, I'm not happy here. I'm not happy doing this. This doesn't work for me. This doesn't help me. This feels horrible. It felt like someone was killing me and slitting my fucking throat. A 9 to 5 was never me. And I ended up being in a nightlife. But then when the nightlife became to a point where I'm like, I can't do this no more, I kept on going back and forth and back and forth. And the reason why I kept on going back and forth is why? Because I was too afraid to do something I was not knowledgeable of, had knowledge of. I'm not knowledgeable of the business. So what do I have to do to tackle that fear? Learn, teach myself, be my own teacher. And so I recently just quit the nightlife, like I'm talking about like today. And I am betting on myself. I'm putting all the chips in and I'm saying, you know what? I'm going to bet on myself. I'm going to do all the things that I feel like is conducive to who the fuck I am. And I'm not going to let other people's perceptions of me get in the way, right? But I have to make sure that I tackle the fear with knowledge. That's all. That's all confidence truly is. When you're not aware of something, of course you're not going to be so confident. You know what I mean? So all you gotta do is just learn. Just learn. And I'm a little bit of a perfectionist, so I want to be perfect from the jump. But I have to be patient and compassionate with myself that I'm not going to be perfect. I'm not perfect. I'm perfectly imperfect, and that's absolutely okay. I want you to work on having people's opinions not matter at all, no matter what they say. So they can say you're a fucking ugly, dumb bitch, and you just let it go over your head. And they can say you're fucking beautiful and you're the most beautiful, courageous species that ever walked this planet. And it goes right over your head. You're grateful. Thank you. I appreciate it. But that doesn't matter. The only opinion and perspective that matters is your own. That's all. And so it doesn't matter how you view me, even if you view me as the most amazing thing or the most horrible thing, it doesn't fucking matter. It doesn't matter. And I don't care. So once I realized that confidence isn't linear, it's up and down, and I accept myself wholeheartedly, no longer feel rejection or embarrassment, I can then feel very confident within myself. Next, vulnerability. Now, Russ had said something. I absolutely love this man. He had said something in his book. The book is called, hold on, It's All in Your Head by Russ. This is a fucking great book for all who needs to regain that confidence, to find that confidence again. This is a book to read. Chapter 9, he talks about vulnerability. I've been fucking screaming vulnerability from the rooftops, and so many people think that it's a weakness, but that's fine. In Chapter 9, he speaks about vulnerability, and this man says, vulnerability is so important, and for some reason, we think that it's a fucking insecurity, or we think it's a weakness, and we're insecure about it, right? But he says, think of vulnerability as the movie 8 Mile. Do you remember Eminem when he had the final rap battle? And at first he was kind of losing, and then finally he was like letting all of his shit out. He let all of his shit out. He talked shit about himself. And finally, when the other person it was his turn to fucking speak, he couldn't say shit. He couldn't say nothing, right? That's vulnerability. Knowing and digging deep within yourself and knowing the good, the bad, the ugly, the disgusting, the happy, the beautiful about yourself, and being proud of it all. And not being afraid to express it and to show it and to wear it on your sleeve. If I don't go dig deep within myself, if it does relate to me, oh honey, you just hit a nerve and a wound that I wasn't ready for, and I'm going to react, get hurt, right? But also if it doesn't relate to me, I'm gonna feel like, oh, wait a minute, am I this person? Am I that? Oh my God, I have to question myself, and no, I'm not doing that. So vulnerability is just knowing yourself and not being afraid to just let it out. I don't give a fuck, because I don't care how you perceive me, and I don't care for any of that bullshit. I just care to love me. Always bet on yourself. At the end of the day, this is all a fucking simulation. This is, in my belief, in my opinion, this is all a fucking simulation. I'm creating my reality. My mind with my thoughts are creating reality. The law of attraction is so fucking real. I have to weed out what thoughts are real and what thoughts aren't. I have to let go of the fear-based thoughts, and I have to completely let the delusional thoughts completely like hug me and take over me. You know how that new TikTok trend, like, be delusional, bitch, be delusional. For real though, be delusional. You know what I mean? Like, allow manifestation to completely take over your mind, soul, spirit, and body, because at the end of the day, if this is just a dream, then why don't you just become a lucid dreamer and control it? And you could start by controlling here and be confident with yourself to know that it's your life and you can make the life that you want. I really, really hope that I explain confidence enough. I hope that this touches the right people. That's all I hope for. I love you guys. I appreciate you. And I just really am just so filled with love and light, because I'm allowing life to really just I don't know the word, but I'm allowing life to do this. I'm not fighting the fucking waves no more. I'm just allowing the current to just take me, and I'm not fighting. I'm surrendering. I think that's a big part of confidence. To surrender to God's will, to surrender to the universe, to surrender to what God has for you, because at the end of the day, I can make 30,000 plans for myself, but if it's not conducive to God's plan, it's not going to come into fruition. And so I'm just going to surrender and let God be God, but also find the God within me and be patient and compassionate with myself and love every single bit of every moment. And before I go, I just want to say this. When you're sad and you're angry or all those low vibrational emotions, be happy that you're feeling those emotions, because there's so many people that feel numb and can't feel those emotions. And so be confident in every feeling and emotion that you have, because emotion is the most beautiful thing in this world. Because when you die, right? Like when you die, I don't know if you'll have those emotions. I don't know if you'll be able to cry. I don't think you'll be able to cry in heaven. So to be a human is an amazing experience, and it's amazing when it's bad, and it's amazing when it's good. Overall, it's an amazing experience. So just allow yourself to be human, because you don't know when you're going to be human again. But all right. Love you guys. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you.